screen. Are we live? I believe that we are live. Alright. Let's get the link posted to the Discord. Stream notifications. If you'd like to be notified of future streams when they are live, join the Discord, a link down in the description below. And I will drop a ping every single time I stream. Like so. Stream ping publish. Let's open up that YouTube chat. Clear out the sacks of items. And let's catch us up on bingo. We are just a little bit delayed. Not by much. I'm doing fine. I have no issues. But I took about a day off. And usually I don't take a day off in bingo. I collected minions throughout that day. We got 10k in the mutton collection. And I think that that's a good rate if I keep at it. I'd like to get some more sheep minions down to be comfortable though. Beast area milestone, we're easily going to hit that today. Diamond spreading, I'm actually curious. I've collected some of the diamonds. We still have about 3,000 more to go. I could manually mine the diamonds to get that out of the way. 250k melon. Haven't even started building farms yet, so we're going to have to do a lot of farming at some point. And I should be able to knock out most of these other side quests today. So, let's get cracking on that. While I have potions right now, and a decent amount of HP, I actually want to try pushing through the campfire challenge. I only have about 7 minutes left, so I'm going to rush over there and try to get as much done towards that as possible. Alright. Level 15 in werewolf armor, already pushing for the campfire challenge. I wonder if they know something I don't. So I also need to do some foraging in order to upgrade the campfire badge. So that's one of the reasons that I want to push in through this, is both because of my health and also because of the foraging. I know that we'll need about 1,000 spruce, and we can purchase that from the lumber merchant vendor. Ah, I need to hold it. So you can see with the health regeneration, it's not really that bad. If I go towards the start of a splash, I can also leverage the regeneration. You only get regeneration for about the first 10 minutes. And this is with some growth 3 and some growth 5. So my armor could be even better. So we need a little bit of dark oak wood. Not too much. Just a small little sampling. We're also going to want to leech a splash, or... I honestly, other than getting a splash from myself, I have no clue how splashes are supposed to be done. They lowered the hub size, and everybody's always camping the hubs nowadays. Alright. Badge upgraded. And now, we're starting to get to the point of potential death. We can probably do one more trial. And if I cycle back into a dark thicket, it'll give me my absorption back. But without a healing item or something to give me a little bit of health, I don't think I survive this. No. So if I go hub, and then warp, spruce? No. I know you can do warp that needs an N, jungle. I don't know if you can directly warp to spruce though. Or dark thicket. I don't even know what those warps would be titled. But here we go. We're gonna try with the absorption. I think if we just keep cycling like this, we can easily survive. But we're becoming dependent on a stat. So if we go hub, warp jungle, and I actually don't want to take any fall damage here if possible. Because when I do this leap downwards, it's hurting me. So if I bounce over here into the water, it's like a dropper now. That's a lot of damage. I don't think my absorption does much anymore. Ooh, so close. But yeah, no, we have to go for better armor before we can even think about pushing for that. It's not going to be all the foraging stuff that we need, but let's go for just like a majority of the minion crafts that I can do in the foraging area right now. And I'll get more haste later. For spruce in particular is 1,000 that we need for the campfire badge thing. So focusing dark thicket right now. And I can also push for a little bit of acacia if potion time permits. I've got a couple of minutes there. I thought I would have a little bit more time with potions, but I guess not. I cycled over and collected minions a little too much. It's okay, we can subsist off of elixir splashes, and aside from the haste not working from the elixir splash, it covers all of our other needs. Alright, we can do a little bit of acacia now. And if I go up to jungle and at least get the minion unlocked here, that will get me jungle minion craft, and I can NPC buy my way through a bit of the collection. It's nice because there's very little competition at all for foraging right now, because everyone doing the Century Raffle tasks, they have so many other things to do besides foraging. Hey, Cold Soup. And Cursed, welcome to the chat. It is a boomer stream. I was delayed by 1 day, but I am back. Ready to take on the world and take on whatever bingo challenges are thrown at me now. Alright, that's a huge amount of acacia. Gets us at least these minions for now. Still have a minute. That's unfortunate. That's a pretty expensive misclick. Good news is you can resell. It is an easy bingo this month. I'm a little concerned about the gemstone collection. Do you have any advice on what I should do for 50k gemstone? I was thinking either Scathas or Crystal Nucleus, and I was leaning more towards the direction of Scathas. But if you have a better idea, let me know. There's also a lot of flint. I'll store wood stuff on this page for now. maybe also keep the wool, transfer that over. I know that to unlock the wool weaver, it's like 8 stacks of enchanted wool. I won't transfer that all over, but if I have nothing better to transfer over, the enchanted wool can go over to the Iron Man. Alright, so we're putting badge on hold for now, because I need to get some better gear. We ran out of potions, and I do not think a Bingo Brewer Splash is going to work. Take a look at Hub. Well, surely this isn't normal. This is just them resetting hubs, right? Because most of the time the hubs look like this. Full 50 out of 60 players, and you're not going to get a Bingo Splash in there. Use Gemstone Gauntlet. Let a friend help you kill slime. Can you loot share off of a Gemstone Gauntlet? That's crazy. If I did not know that. It's on the same level of go do Void Gloom T4s and have them kill your mini bosses for combat XP. Loot share off of a Gemstone Gauntlet. Okay, I'll look into that. That's gonna be a tomorrow stream task, so I'll see if there's anybody available to do Gemstone Gauntlet shenanigans. It'll be a stream full of shenanigans, possible combat, and Gemstone Gauntlet. Okay. Well, what I want to do right now is just go and try to do some Fairy Souls off of memory. I need 25 of them. I can probably collect a majority of them in other places as I just randomly come across the area. I've only collected the one from the oak foraging at the moment. I also want to do some mining. We need to do a lot of that for commissions. Also, this nether star is not moving in the correct position. You're supposed to open a menu when I click on it. What the heck? So, if I'm going to do some mining, I want to get my mining tools out. Put away the foraging for now. We're not going to go back to that anytime soon. Throw this away. And store this. Put the storage chests here. We'll tackle that later. Alright. If I'm going for End Island access, it is effective, although slightly, to go for the combat wisdom from Maddox. It would also be effective to get a God Splash, if you're going for true min-maxing. Okay, Curse. I would appreciate the assist tomorrow. I could do a little bit earlier than this time. Just let me know on Discord whatever works for you. Besides Devon's for coal, 655. Whatever the highest level drill you can use. 7k ender. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the mini boss strat. I don't know why I'm killing a Rev T1 in the cave with my non-smite enchanted cleaver. With these guys hit like a truck. I forgot my mushroom armor doesn't mushroom anymore. It only mushrooms on the garden. I'm going back up to the surface. I'm running away. I need to get end armor before I can even think of doing these slayers. I overreached just a tad bit here. I thought I was more powerful and prepared than I actually was. We're gonna go do some glaciite and then push for End Island unlock and then eventually into end armor. Yeah, these guys are not friends. Ow. And with that, I'll take the one combat wisdom and be on my way. I'm not going to even try for a T2 right now. I'm confusing Bingo profile strength with Iron Man profile strength. I recently started a new Iron Man, and it's been going good, but it's clouded my judgment. I think that I'm more powerful than I actually am. So... yeah, that's right. I can't join the island. That's what I'm grinding towards. Good news is we've already prepped one of those tasks for cycling the dailies. Do I have an emissary? I do! Thank you. Gets us coin level up. And we have a decent way to go before getting Crystal Hollows access. But you might not even need Crystal Hollows access for Gemstone anymore, other than the community goal for Team Treasure, I remember. So I'm still going to push for it, but Gemstone Gauntlet can just... that's so easy now. I appreciate the tip. Thank you, Outsider. Alright. Well, we're going to need to do a little bit of mining. And a lot of killing. Let's start with the killing, though. We need to get to combat 12, and we are currently at 7. On the bright side, a lot of the people who would normally be killing all these Glaciate Walkers are probably busy doing other things, raffle things. Please leave me alone. I don't have God Splash. Okay. And we may want to stick around in this lobby for whatever the next active event is. I want to deposit my coins before I die with them. Because we still need to go for 50k powder, but that is a breeze as long as you're sticking around for active events. I just like to hop around a lot from lobby to lobby, and actually consistently staying in one place for like another raffle would be really nice. I think that I got like 100k mithril powder or something from winning a raffle on the Iron Man. I collected like 300 or so tickets, and then I won. So, mithril powder is not that hard to come by now compared to before. If I was looking at like Crystal Hollow's chest grinding for 50k powder, I'd feel a little bit miserable right now. Between the gemstones and the powder. But we live in modern day mining, where everything is so trivial. I want to get something like that for combat. Give me like a bestiary update that makes it so that I can earn a lot of combat XP very easily. The slog of getting to Crimson Isles on my Iron Man was not a fun one. And of course you could just do Void Gloom, kill my mini-boss carries. That's how I got there on Bingo twice over. But if you're actually grinding like Bestiary, Endermen, Zealots, that kind of stuff legitimately for your combat level, it takes so long. And so much of that good content is locked behind getting access to the Crimson Isle, getting access to Dungeons gear at Combat 15. And you're gonna make someone sit there and do what? Ice Walkers? That's about all I can do right now to level up my combat. Get carried on Slayers? I do not like how half my health disappears now when I'm fighting these guys. I miss the days when I could be invincible tank man with mushroom armor. They needed to nerf it, but there's no other alternative that I can think of off the top of my head. In fact, I got a glassite chestplate. I don't have any other... I have the boots. If I get 3 pieces, I guess I could start trying to wear that instead of mushroom armor that doesn't even fully protect me anymore. I'm more just wearing it for the nostalgia. Because I think of better times, and also because I used it to get the health goal on the garden last stream. My survival entirely depends on them not knowing that I am a target. If I can hit them before they recognize that I'm an enemy, I tend to live. If they see me going towards them, then the glassite walkers, they usually get a free kill. Like that guy. That guy's terrifying. I have not learned how to strafe. Like in previous streams when I was fighting these things during the daytime, it was exactly like this. Like my 3x stats run out and now I'm suddenly paper. I die repeatedly over and over again. But I have no choice but to be paper. I must carry on. And it's going to be a little while before end access here. I'm already up to 10. But it's 60 more Ice Walkers before 11. And then some amount more after that. Probably like another 150 more. I'm just lucky that there's no competition for these guys. It makes it really easy to just get whatever I need. I could try the bow swap to a pickaxe strategy. I saw a lot of other people doing that back in the day. I don't see many people do it now. I wonder if it's patched. But if I could avoid combat with these guys altogether, that might be the new helpful strategy. I still have hitboxes on. I didn't even recognize that up until now. I had hitboxes on when I was doing the raffle stuff earlier. I was hunting down the tracker animals. There we go. I just mentally clogged out there. If you do F3 and B, you're able to access hitboxes in vanilla, and that can just help you identify items or animals of some kind from a distance. I know that there's mods that'll probably highlight it a lot better for me. My preference is just to use vanilla stuff like that. None of the mods that I have presently in the folder give me easy access to the tracker animal stuff. So far, no interesting things from the Century Raffle. It's been slow going. I did get the rune book, and I was really excited to have the rune book until I saw on the forums that they're adding a way to get the rune book later on into the game. And then the rune book kind of just became a, oh, I guess I got this early. And then on my Iron Man, they've given me 3 of the same item from minor rewards. I don't know why I was thinking he was going to warp me back. There's no active event going right now. The Century Party Invitation. And it's one of those items like the Fruit Bowl. When you complete it, it completely resets back to its original form. So you don't even have to have 3 of them on an Iron Man co-op. You just need the one, and then you can pass it around. But instead, they really want me to have that one item in particular. And of all of the ones, the additional social XP on my Iron Man, not the farming XP, not the fishing wisdom, not the paint drying simulator so that I can get some extra carpentry. Nothing useful like that. The social wisdom. And I already completed it, so getting it 2 times afterwards was just kind of rubbing it in my face. Oh, and I got a salmon hat and a pufferfish hat. So I'm winning more of the minor rewards than a lot of other people who I've talked to. But I still don't feel like I'm winning. I'll take my rune book, though. Compared to last Century Raffle, where I just got, like, cake counter displays and signature aspects of the Jerry, I'm happy with what I've gotten so far. And one of my co-op members, they got the new cake on the Iron Man, the frost, cold resistance, whatever it's, the frostbitten cake, I think is what it's called. So that's helpful. Maybe we can get like one of those 5 cake bundle sets or something. I can dream. Now, one of the things that I've been considering is I'm an item collector on my main profile. And I want to collect, whenever I freeze, I'm guaranteed to die. I love this game. I collect one of every single item, and a lot of these Century Raffle items have become exclusive, not necessarily useful, in the sense of differentiating themselves from, like, a singular item there. Like, a bundle of century cakes is no different from having a collection of one of each century cake. And a Chimera 5 book bundle is no different than having a Chimera 5 book on the profile for a collection. So I think that I'm not going to count those book bundles or whatever as their own specific item, unless it's an item that is exclusive to the event, like the Rainbow 3 or Small Brain 3, I think is the other one that they added. But stuff like Prismatic that you can craft on your own anyways, I'm not going to push myself to collect a duplicate item of a funny texture. I could just craft those books or drop the Chimera books in the case of Chimera itself. We got a little frosty sniper. I'm hoping that they're going to be on their way after claiming like a commission or something, but I'm nearly done anyways, so it's not going to bother me a ton. I'd prefer if they don't snipe something as I walk towards it, though. And that was happening when I was trying to grind Zealots earlier, and it was a pain. I would not wish Zealot grinding against Hyperion players against my worst enemy. It is a purgatory. That paired with I got 800 Zealot kills before getting a Summoning Eye, I don't know how people do it. I'm gonna need to grind Enderman Slayer 9 before I grind out Superior Dragon Armor on my Iron Man profile. I refuse to grind out tons of Zealots with the slow grind. It was miserable. I should also be using the Picobulus since I have generic Mithril Miner. Just throwing it at that. That gets me a good bit of Mithril collection towards that. 29 seconds until this Better Together event ends. And then we should have an active event coming up here soon. I'm hoping for Raffle. I don't want Goblin Raid. With Goblin Raid, I pretty much exclusively have to go for the protectors, the golems there. So Goblin Raid is a little stressful. Gary says very soon, meaning less than a minute. In the meantime, I guess I could just focus on some random mining. Pick Obulus some random things like yoink. So we need to do at least 4 of the mining commissions each day. Because we still need Crystal Hollows access, even if we do the Gemstone Gauntlet cheese. But it's not as pressing of a thing to get into compared to the thought of Scatha mining. Run free, I'm not chasing you. You get a reprieve. Raffle event. Exactly what I was hoping for. I do not have a magnetic talisman, so it will be a little bit more annoying. But I should still be able to get a large chunk of powder from this. The goal is to collect at least 40 tickets, but more is better. And I will get outpaced and outcollected by anyone with God Splash, potions, 500 Mach 10 speed. Elixir splashes without the additional boosted pickup radius is a little bit brutal here. I don't think I'll be going for the talisman though. I won't be doing enough of these events to justify working on getting upgrades for them. Do not want to take aggro for combat reasons. I cannot survive. Please leave me alone. Wow, I see a ticket, and there's 3 people all jumping on the ticket. It's actually madness. Raffle is great for powder. Goblin Raid can still be good too, because you can just boost a lot of that off of the Protectrons even if you don't have good combat gear. And Gormat is probably the worst overall for powder potential, but I'd still like it more than Goblin Raid right now because I just don't have end armor yet. I don't know what the exact rates of powder per ticket are, but I do know that it is, if I turn all of these tickets in, it'll be pretty good. I'll go try to collect a couple more. I'll start heading back at around 10 seconds left. Okay, that's lovely. Thanks for reminding me why God Splash is essential. And if I win the triple XP bonus, or the triple powder bonus here, that is pretty good. $7.6, there was no chance that I would win that. But, some powder, some progression. Better than nothing. Alright, we can go do end access stuff. It's probably a good thing to do during downtime like this. Although... let's make a mithril minion. I have no use for the mithril other than that at this point. In fact, that might be a T4. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Warp. End. I should probably talk to this guy first to start the quest. Especially if I'm gonna potentially get myself killed. Like that. Let's do it again! Don't do. You people! Oh! Why would you do that to the bingo player? There's like a hierarchy of torment. There's trade profiles. They get it the easiest. Iron Men. They have a little bit of a struggle. I can understand their frustration having to go through some of the grinds. I've been on an Iron Man recently. I could kind of sympathize with them. But then there's bingo players. We have 7 days to get our stuff done. And you Hyperion the thing that I'm killing! Why? You're not helping! You're hurting! You're a horrible person. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to kill 5 of these guys before I can get my weapon. DY. Okay, that counted as a kill. I'm gonna... I guess you kinda... take him in aggro. Thank you. Much appreciated, my friend. Looks like I got a carry. We're moving up in the world. All it took was getting griefed. Oh, oh, whoops! Aww. A drake. Like a dragon? Oh, okay. Nope, get back over. Bop. Uno mas. Uno mas. And then I am done. Punching it with a cake during the 400 Century Raffle. Iconic. Yeah, I do not have the gear for this. But, do I? Thanks. Now I can get a weapon. Do I have the money for that? I do have the money for that. Oh, and I got boots. I'm rich. I know what I'm doing today. I'm getting Ender Armor. I don't even need this for anything in particular. I cannot tolerate repeatedly dying over and over again like this. I've had enough. Because of the goals here, you could argue Combat 20 requires the Ender Armor, but that's about it. Yeah, this does not seem sustainable. I'm gonna have to enchant my weapon. But first, let's play the game of avoiding the nest mites as I go for an end gauntlet. Nope. Got a little too greedy. It's very helpful that I could just look at the purple clay blocks and they break faster. So I can try to, like, chain them like that. And look at that, already got a gauntlet. Well, there's nothing else for me here. Except death and more death. So we're gonna go try to get our gear enchanted. Bottle time! Now, I actually got some really good luck at the experimentation table. I have a bunch of grands. So I don't even need to ask for enchanting help. Yet. Soon, though. I have such confidence until I see First Strike 4 with the 75 XP level cost. I want to go for looting and luck on my sword, because that's going to help get us the armor. It's the most important thing to go for. And then what else? Go for execute and sharpness, of course. And then on the boots, we'll go for growth. And we can, oh, just perfectly get first strike on the weapon as well. Now we're going to need to reforge a bunch of stuff. But first, we're going to need to mine coal, because I forgot to do that at the start. Now, if memory serves me correctly, Fairy Soul 1 and Fairy Soul... It's not quite the angle that I'm hoping to go up with the grappling hook. Okay, why am I vertically challenged with the grappling hook all of a sudden? That's okay, we'll get this. Amazing parkour. Fairy Soul 2. Fairy Soul 3? Alright. You say you'll give it to me for 10 coal, but are you going to give me the reforge I want? This is not an aspect of the end. I'll take it for now. That's really good. In fact, the mushroom armor set bonus has no utility to me, so I just swapped these pieces out. I'm gonna have a Frankenstein armor set real quick. There. Now I really feel like I'm back on my Iron Man. Just get a quick damage on this. It doesn't even have to be the fierce. That'll at least give us a little bit more damage. And then the equipment, we want to try to get menacing. There we go. Oh, that's a rip. Speaking of pets, easy solution is just to go warp spider and yeah, warp spider. Take a little side detour. Since we're getting into a lot of combat, I want to pick up the Grandma Wolf. It's not going to do a ton for us, but the extra magic find and stuff from the chain, I want to start leveling that up. I'm going to talk to you as well to get access to the bestiary. I'm talking to him. There we go. Warp. Hub. With a bit of mining stuff here. I may need to buy a little bit more coal. We're gonna get the bee pet, and then that's our 3 pets for the bingo. Super easy. But wait. Fairy Soul Detour. Yoink. Yoink. Go over to the mine merchant and buy a bit of coal. And then if I craft up these gold and coal blocks here, head over to the bee. And give me a whole spiel on what pets are. Lucky me. I know how to be. There we go. Uncraft all that. We can store that back where we had it. I thought there was a fairy soul up here. There we go. Alright. Now, with our scuffed setup, we need to do a little bit of mining, and if I'm not getting XP carried, then I need to go grand XP mining as well. Our new I don't know if that was my damage number. It probably wasn't. My new damage number is 3,000. It's not quite one tap, but it's good enough for trying to get some end armor pieces. My health, however, still terrible. Still horrible. Should probably get lifesteal on this, or else my death is just inevitable. No lifesteal, no vampirism. Yeah, I just accept my fate. Once I start one-tapping, this will be a little bit more survivable. But lack of growth, lack of healing, lack of God Splash. All major hurdles to my survivability. I miss mushroom armor dearly. If I could get some ender leggings, though, that'd be a huge bump to my damage. Ender necklace. Okay. Every single armor piece I get contributes towards my damage, just a little higher. Let's equip the Grandma Wolf so that we're actually leveling it. The higher the level, the longer the combos last for. And longer lasting combos means more potential magic find, combat wisdom. The coins don't really matter to me too much. It's mainly the magic find and the combat wisdom for the two related goals there. Chum stuff on the bingo card. Yeah, I think that we'll probably start seeing a lot of progress towards this after people complete the rest of the card. But it sucks because we're sandwiched in between a Jerry and the Century Raffle right now. So a lot of people are not as interested in bingo as they normally would be. And also there's no direct fishing related task that you can do on bingo that aligns well with the chum goal. Chum would probably be very easy to get 1% in, though, at the moment. If that's something that you want to try for. Alright, that's a 6k Enderman. I want to try to stay away from those for now. Wait, am I all out of potions already? Huh. I guess it has already been that long. Elixir splash time. Let's go get a wooden sword here for this. And a couple of pickaxes for the other materials. Wooden sword gets us Enderman, minion, and pickaxes are for obby and endstone respectively. Well, we are close. Very close with potions now for one tapping. We just get one more armor piece. Or I guess maybe slightly more stats on the Grandma Wolf. Or if we put something else on the sword that did damage. Or actually got the good reforge on the sword rather than legendary if we got spicy. But I'm willing to push through this. In fact, it's like... Oh! That was a... What has changed? Grandma Wolf Pet? Because we one tap exactly on crit right now. That is very satisfying seeing that number pop up. And yeah, no, it was the Grandma Wolf level up that pushed us over. That was satisfying for the moment that we had it. And now we're overkill. As long as we crit, that is. So my crit chance is still 84, so it's highly likely we one tap, but not guaranteed. Now we're going to want to stash away some ender pearls potentially for fairy souls, so there's that. And we should be able to, in our super compactor now, throw the enchanted pearls in. So we're pushing for end armor right now. A God Splash would give us more magic find, but other than that, there's not really much we can do to improve our odds. Eventually we'll be able to start tapping the 6Ks, and we probably don't even need Bestiary from Watcher and Obsidian Defender, but we're gonna get it anyways because of full set of equipment. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with the progress so far. Getting end access. Pretty soon we'll have Catacombs access. I don't think we need Cata access or anything here, though. No. Because we can already get the Cheetah Talisman by walking into the dungeon hub. You can walk at any point. Bestiary Milestone 3, let's go. Padding out all the different tasks here. Now I think... Is it on here? Maybe it's further down. I thought there was a fairy soul here. I guess not. I got bamboozled. I saw it as I was falling. duplicate necklace. We'll salvage that for some dragon essence. Alright, not again. I figured you out. There we go. I was right. I just was not confident about my answer. Okay. Well, good on you for contributing a significant chunk like that to the chum goal. Oh look, an Enderman pet. Not that I really need it for anything, but I have it. Yet another ender necklace. That is starting to get rather frustrating. I would like any other armor piece except for the boots that I got early on. Thank you. Just complain to the video game and it gives you what you're asking for. And her helmet. Now we just need the leggings. The one piece that I was asking for earlier. I wish I could just pity certain things. Oh, that's funny. This guy lost 50 mil, is quitting the game, and like that's his out. Like he's finally done. And we got the paint dry waters. GG. I already got the rune book, which is like the one thing that I wanted in the moment on the Iron Man. I don't really have anything from the minor reward sections that I really want past that. Any of the wisdom stuff would be nice. Probably the paint drying simulator. Like I have the ability, I think, to choose one of the minor rewards, so if that's the case, I would pick the paint drying simulator, like unironically, because it gives you more than just the one combat wisdom. And there we go, a perfect no duplicate end armor piece, ignoring the ender necklaces. Ooh, and I do not have fall damage on these boots yet, or feather falling. I have to be careful on my journey over to the draconic altar here. Alright. Give me dragon essence. There we go. That's the community goal. I'm not touching it past that. Excuse me. Thank you. No, I'm joining one of the big hubs. That was my problem. Alright. I believe I can add lifesteal, yeah. And we don't have the enchanting for these. We're gonna have to go back for bottles. But we can reforge for all that I need here. withdraw everything. Give me Fierce. I may have to pivot these over to Titanic, so I might be burning a lot of money for no reason. But I'm hoping that Fierce plus Growth 5 on the end armor is enough. So there's my end armor. Should be good for most things now. And now we end XP bottle grind. So these end nodes have a rare chance of dropping either Titanic, very rarely, or Grand XP bottles are fairly common to get from these. Like, there we go, there's one already. And I still need to enchant my sword a little bit for some of the utility enchants. And then also oh, there's the Titanic, so that gets us most of what I need. I'm splashing it, I'm not transferring it. I want to be lazy. Let me get a couple of grands as well to pad out, like, some of the easier ones there. There we go. And there's my couple of grands. There we go, hub. The shortest enchanting side quest ever. I was fully prepared to have that take a significant amount of time, and I'm pleasantly surprised with how fast it went. Let's reforge our Ender necklace. I forgot to do that last time. Menacing right off the bat. Alright. Enchanting wise, let's get prot on all of our armor pieces. And now for the big Titanic splash here, I'm going to want to do growth on every piece. Oh, it's because I was right clicking with it, it goes back on my helmet slot. There we go. Full growth prot. And the weapon. Go for some venomous and vampirism. And cubism if I'm going to be killing these slimes. Not that I'll really need it, but we'll take the overkill. Upgrade the end minion here. And now it's time to go on a different side quest for the last two pieces of my equipment. Warp drag. I'm very happy with my luck today. I mean, I'm not happy with the initial luck of grinding 800 zealots for a summoning eye, but I think that the game is paying me back on the Iron Man at least. So the goal now is to get the cloak and the belt. I don't really need to touch the zealots. If there's ever a bestiary task, you get bestiary so quick from the Watchers and the Obsidian Defenders. It's like 1 kill per bestiary tier at the start. 1 kill steal per bestiary tier at the start. It is definitely worth going for if you need those bestiary level ups for any reason. And then with Grandma Wolf and the booster level ups, I'm getting a slight bit more magic find towards these guys. And every bit of magic find counts because we just need the one item and then we're out. In my experience, I usually don't have to grind them for too long. But the guy who's kill stealing the Watchers in the end of all things, like, I get it. You want to kill zealots? Kill my zealots. I get that it's a toxic environment for those things. Killing my obsidian defenders, though? What is wrong with you? That's not the thing that makes you money here, my friend. You're going on a weird side quest. Full strong dragon armor, roll of that, possibly bestiary grinding. They're following my advice, that's what they're doing. They're listening to the stream and they're like, bestiary grinding? Well, let me do that on my main real quick. Let's see. Could be worse. Yeah, if I get a crystal frag, it's worth it. 2 taps to kill a zealot and a chance of getting a crystal frag for a catalyst on bingo. I'll take it. Interesting. Maybe he wants the obsidian defenders for some other reason. Is he salvaging? Is that what I saw over there? Is there some salvage meta with the obsidian chest plates that I'm just not aware of? What bingo needs is sacks. I never really appreciated the sacks on the earlier profiles like this until I got them on Iron Man. Sacks are so useful, especially if you have the slash recipe come out. Just being able to pull full inventories worth of materials from a sack, especially while farming, that is so powerful. I really want Iron Man sack meta. Maybe give us like a small sack of each type. Not of like each type. Like, we don't need the Slayer sack. I'd be thankful if we get it, but we don't need it. But like, of all the like regular materials, like farming sack, mining sack. Because my inventory is a mess right now, and it could not be a mess if we had sacks. Or if I had better inventory management. Either or. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little unlucky. We'll check the number here real quick. Is it bad? So it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought I'd been here for like a lot more than 40. But compared to my Enderman luck, I feel like I got really lucky on Enderman grinding. To be fair. It's the Grandma Wolf pet, that extra 1% magic find carries. Hack and slash, that's what I do. A monocle from Loot Share. Oh, and an Ender Cloak. Okay. I don't remember getting that. Maybe I have some other goodies in my... An Ender Cloak! Look at me go! Let's get the obsidian minion crafted. Alright, so I only need to go for the obsidian defenders now. Which unfortunately is what a lot of other people seem to be going for some reason. Oh, hello there. Bonk. Why? Why are we killing them, guys? Is it the bestiary? No, like I really want to know. Why do we suddenly care about him? Every other person that I went to... Well, I guess if you get a ender cloak, you can salvage it at the altar for the chance of a summoning guy. So maybe that's what they're banking on. Is that 1% chance to get an equipment piece that gives you like a 0.1% chance to get a summoning eye. It's worth it, trust me. Or it's the bestiary. Or they just like killing things. There's so many possibilities. All of which are very inconvenient for me. Surely you guys don't need to ice spray every single dude on your screen. Or is that like I want to give people the benefit of the doubt here, but hypothetically, if they were not human-operated accounts, would they just kill everything that moves? That could be another explanation. Benefit of the doubt, though. It's probably just a human that wants bestiary combat XP or thinks that they're making money out of it. Ender monocle, I'm just going to throw that out. No way I'm getting 9 of them and nothing that I would have use for, even if I did. There's the ender belt, we're finally free. Although, let's kill a little bit more for the obsidian and craft a minion with that. Oh. Well, that's a shame. I thought I was getting the T4 from that. Let's dump that into the mining sack here. I'm improvising. This is now my secondary mining area. To try and at least pretend like my inventory isn't as cluttered as it is. Alright. And that can go. And this needs to be equipped. This can be sold for coins. And now we go to the hub. Notice how I was not dying there anymore. I actually have gear now. Alright, and we just need to reforge both of these. Menacing. Menacing. I usually have to sit at that guy for much longer. Maybe my luck is just really good today. Alright, now with all of this, we can return to Slayers and actually do something with our time. Because we'll actually have the gear to do something about it. I noticed that my sword doesn't have the proper reforge on it. We can get that situated after this Revenant T2 boss. Alright, and then after Rev, we can pivot back to the mines and see how that's looking. And maybe we work on getting our minions up. Having at least 10 slots would be nice, and it puts my mind at ease for the mutton collection. I really don't want to fight people in Hub for cheese. I feel like our rats are going to be somewhat competitive. Maybe not, though. Because I saw a lot of rats in public hubs, like the big ones, so maybe people aren't going for them as much as I think that they would be. I'll try it. I'll do a little bit of a rat hunt. And this guy needs to die really quick. Easy bingo task. Alright. So we fix the sword, and we can get a minion upgrade. We want spicy because the reforged stats are the most ideal. It's menacing, fierce, and spicy. Our health is not as good as it could be, though. I'm a little worried. Sharp is good. Spicy's better, though. At least in my opinion. I'm gonna retire the cleaver. I'm not gonna use that anymore. Get a Rev, like a zombie minion here, with all the stuff that I collected from Rev. Would have been nice to do this while DS was around still. So I'm kind of all over the place. I don't really have a good way to store a combat minion now. All of my inventory spaces are taken up by this frickin' flint. I did it to myself. And I could also get skeleton minion. This time I'll just sell the extra bones. None of the other ones, I don't think I'll have collection unlocked for them. I said with the wood minions though, I'd be able to buy some in Hub. Go for Dark Oak. Well, I was gonna try to get an exact stack amount here, but then they ruined how NPC shops work, so let me just buy a little extra, I guess. I mean, it is pretty accurate to how NPCs would sell things in real life to you if there's an actual market like this. They do the little EA tactic where it's like, oh, you need this exact amount of items? Let me sell you enough so that you have to buy one full bundle more if you're lazy. And then we can do some jungle shenanigans as well. Buy out the full stock of jungle here. And there we go, jungle T3. So that gets me a few more minion slots. I'm very happy with that. I've ran this cobblestone minion since the start, and I don't think that I need to keep it around anymore. So instead I will continue building these sheep enclosures, replace the cobblestone minion with yet another sheep, and we're just going to go all in on the sheep collection. There's no good way to manually grind animals, which is a shame. You could set up like a minion chamber and then use a sheep axe to get a ton of mutton, but that still is reliant on the amount of minions that you have and the speed of their production. You're just kind of changing the output of the minion, like how you get the resources. They really need to add something, like there's animal pens in the garden. Every single barn skin for the garden has like a place to put something in a stable. You just put like a animal there and harvest it from the garden every once in a while, get some meats, actually be able to send things off to visitors that require animal meats. I think that'd be cool. And then that's the way that you would be getting animal meats, other than going to the islands directly and killing them and having to place down 10 minion slots worth of sheep. Because this doesn't feel sustainable. Not one bit. We'll take this one. And we're going to need some more wood here. Craft up some more sheep minions. It's a good thing that I stored all this mutton. So now I can craft a bunch of minions and upgrade my existing ones a huge bit. Alright, and one extra ready to go for later. Time to upgrade. I want to save the enchanted mutton. Transfer that over to the Iron Man profile, but I'm crafting a ton of T4 sheep minions right now. I purchased all the flint during DS because I want to transfer that over to the Iron Man profile. Flint, if you're going for like a Terminator, is pretty much minion locked. But you can run minions during bingo and then transfer that over to a main profile. Like, if I didn't care about bingo at all, I could make so much resources just getting minion slots, putting down the minions, fueling them with cheese or catalysts even, and going back over to the main profile. Anything that like can't be manually farmed easily and has to use minions, like sheep, leather, flint, that kind of stuff. Setting up bingo stuff is really powerful for that. Put that away. And let's check the diamond. Yeah, we'll have a decent bit of progress there. Upgrade that to a T5. And there we go. Sheep minions upgraded. We'll be pushing towards the T9. I'm going to want to get a splash before that. I don't think I'll be combat grinding anymore for Enderman, at least not for a long while. So what comes next? Good question. We still need a lot of combat, but I'm probably going to put that off until tomorrow. Let's brew our mana potion. You get the enchanted mutton plus glowstone from the builder. That's how you can easily get the T4 potion. And then we want to do our mining commissions for the day before we go. If I get a splash, I can do this cheetah talisman. And I want to set our sights on getting these fairy souls done today as well. So let's get the materials for that potion. Up in this house here, there's a fairy soul on the rafters. And then there's one under the alchemist hut. My brain likes to remember the most useless information, like, where's the fairy soul on Skyblock? Nope, there's one down here. All the alchemist yaps. 1, 2, 3, one of these. And then the builder gives glowstone. Now, I remember there being a fairy soul somewhere over here, but I may be confusing it with the hoppity egg which goes on the crane. But I thought that there was something either over here or on that platform. I may be mistaken though. I think for the first time my fairy soul senses were wrong. Let's go do some of the mountain fairy souls. I remember a lot of these from the bingo in which we were tasked with getting fairy souls above a certain Y level. That was really fun. So there's one over in this waterfall over here. We'll go up. Ooh, nope, we're going down, I guess. We'll get the one over here while we're at it. And I believe that there's one over in this ledge here. Somewhere along here, yeah. It's up a little. There we go. There was one in one of these houses at some point. And let's not forget the one up on here. It's above the house, not in the house. Is there still a fairy soul? No, I'm pretty sure that that got moved somewhere else. Back up the mountain we go. We'll try not to fall this time. It's not good for my health. On the bank is one. You are correct, Cursed, and get some good rest. Imagine going through the whole daily raffle just to earn a purple Jerry box. One mayor cycle before Jerry. I did that. That was one of my rewards. There's one down here. Up we go. Perhaps pearls is a faster way to climb this. Grappling hook is not the best for vertical climbing. If you get a little bit of distance on you, it can be helpful. But it is a very sensitive item, and it does not like going up big steep inclines whilst you're standing on the same block that you want to go towards, pretty much. You need to give it a lot of breathing room. I think there's another one somewhere around the ledges here. Or no, I think that it was just that one, and then the ones that I'm thinking about is further down. I don't know how much further down now. Here. And then there's one on the top of the wizard tower. There's a lot on the wizard, actually. There's one really high up over here. I think it's on this spire over, yep, back around here. And if I go down a little bit lower around the ledge, oh man, now I'm gonna actually have to pearl. I don't have a choice at this point. But where would I pearl? And how would I pearl? There we go. And down the ladder here, in the bedroom is another one. It's like up here. Yeah, got it by breaking the leaf block while holding right click. And I know that there's one that kind of loops back around over this side as well. Yep. And then we can hop down and get the one that's on the tree here. How close am I? One more. Well, we might as well get the one that's by Tia. It's a perfect way to wrap things off. There we go. Nothing really to talk to Tia about. We're done with that. Cheetah Talisman. I could try pushing for Cheetah Talisman, but it's a lot easier to do with a God Splash. Let's go brew a potion. Let me stop getting distracted. Break the glowstone. Fill up this. We're gonna need to sacrifice one enchanted mutton. Alright, well that does its thing. Let me upgrade the minions here. And once more. And with Enchanted Mutton, that gets us a T3 potion. If we throw in one piece of glowstone, we get a tier 4 potion. Alright, combat 20. I'm going to put that off until tomorrow. That's a minion goal. That gets put off. I'll probably throw cheese in the minion if I can get any cheese. Belongs in the diamond first and foremost. Gemstone, we're going to try the cheese tomorrow for that. We wouldn't be able to access Crystal Hollows anyway since we're a day late. Melons, we can try doing a little bit of gardening tonight to reach the melon level. But if I push too far into melons, then we get pests spawning overnight. So maybe I don't do a lot of garden stuff. Campfire Cultist. We may need to pivot our armor to be more health focused. So maybe I'm leaving Campfire Cultist for last. And then these 40 unique collections. I haven't done a lot of fishing stuff yet, but I'm wondering what am I missing? So much of the farming stuff, actually. Everything from fishing. And despite that, we're already 24 collections in out of the 40 we need. So I don't think I need to worry too much about that. T4 potion. Let's just take them all. Gets us a bit of alchemy XP. And sell it. Alright. We need to do mining commissions for sure. I'll push a little bit on garden if the crops have grown. If the crops are still low level, like when I planted it yesterday or the other day, nah, I'm good. So we're 12 minutes. I'm going to keep cycling mines lobbies. I'm going to try to find one that's decently low in terms of this better together. That gets us closer to the active event. Although it looks like we're all getting about 12 minutes. 16. Okay. Get me back into a 12 lobby and I'll suffer through. Oh, you know what? No. Not look at a gift horse in the mouth. 5 minutes of better together. We are taking this and we are rolling with it. So it's Mithril Anywhere. I'm just going to find a place to check my Picobulus. I'm curious as to what the next event is going to look like. I could do goblins now. Mithril Gourmand is now the worst one because I'm lacking on the mining setup to effectively get the tasty mithril. But I would be happy with anything else. If we're taking a look here, community goal wise, oh, I should have been putting scavenger on my void sword for the community goal. I need to remember to do that. So I still need to do the treasure and I still need to do chum. Yeah, and then tomorrow for certain we can get the mithril powder done and over with. I saw something that Durelius posted. I haven't even watched his streams on the Century Raffle, but the discussion of having like permanent daily quests on Skyblock. We already have daily quests. We have the faction quests, we have the mining commissions, we have the experimentation table, we have the rift technically can be like a daily or time-gated thing. I like how integrated those systems are into Skyblock. It's not like you're rolling up into the quest lobby and you're being told by some NPC, go grind 20k mithril or something silly like that. The quest is integrated into the skill itself and provides rewards directly tied to that skill. I would not want a permanent daily quest system that generically told you to go do a bunch of stuff in Skyblock. I like the freedom to choose, like, hey, I don't need the rewards from the mithril quest skill. I don't want to do mithril mining. And then I could still do mithril whenever I want to. I don't have to interact with the system if I don't really want to do that. But with the Century Cake, I feel like I have to interact with all of these things. I have to go kill a zealot until I get the summoning eye. Not because I want to grind a summoning eye, but because I was told by the task list to go kill zealots until I get a summoning eye. And maybe having people have like that nostalgia trip is nice. Like, oh, I'm going and grinding zealots. I haven't done this in ages. I think it would get old as a permanent staple of Skyblock. I would not want daily quests in that way. And if we want people to return to older content, the way to do that would be to buff and give some sort of a reason for people to return to that, rather than demanding almost this forced participation. And eventually it would get to the point where whatever reward that you hand out from those daily tasks either has to be so good that it's intrusive to players' gameplay where they don't really have a choice to avoid it. Kind of like how Experimentation Table is very good for enchanting books, and if you're Iron Man, there's no other way to get enchanting books. Or it's so useless, like the faction quests are once you hit maximum reputation, that players will just not interact with the system anymore once they get whatever they need out of it. And I think that it's really hard to design like a generic quest for Skyblock. Even the current Century Raffle has a lot of issues with it. Namely the reset times. I mean, they kind of fixed their slip up earlier today. They made it reset at the UTC time rather than Eastern when it usually resets at. I just... I would not want to see that in the game, and it would make me more tired of the game if I was forced to do a bunch of quests. I like being able to do whatever it is I want in the game. Alright, in less than a minute we will have some announcement of whatever the next event is. I look forward to it. Probably swap back over from Grandma Wolf to the Bingo Pet. Gives us extra... Like, the stats don't have to be active for the extra Heart of the Mountain. But it does give me a lot of additional speed. I forgot if this was Commission 3 or Commission 4. But I should be really close to being done with dailies. And it's Mithril Gormad. And I'm glad that I'm here for an active event at least. At least it's something. Ramparts, Quarry, Upper Mines, the Mithril Gormad and my quest do not intersect. And I also gotta check here. I still need to do one more, so I'm not even done and out of the woods yet for grinding these things out. Alright, so we can start making enchanted mithril. Alright, Upper Mines, Mithril Gormad. In fact, do I want to like heavily participate in this? I probably do. Even if it's not going to get me too much. Holy titanium. And this is an intrusive amount of titanium, actually. Picobulus, that was not intelligent. I should have used the other one that could actually break that. Well, I'm at 4 tasty mithril. And I'm adding to the titanium wall. Maybe someone will thief it from me. You and me both, Don. You and me both. Who did... Why? Bro, not cool. Okay, well, I get to use my last Picobulus somewhere. I better make it count. Because I gotta, like, immediately TP over to Dawn Espresso. It's this Devon guy, probably. I say while blaming people for no reason. TP to Dawn Espresso is a quick warp command. I don't even know what the personal bonus is. I might not be getting what I want there. Hardly got anything. If I leave the server and go to another one, it's possible that I could have claimed additional rewards. But yeah, that sucked. I hate people. People are bad. That's my user story. Deal with that use case scenario. I hate people. People are bad, I say while playing the MMO game. Design around that. Gear time. I don't know if I'll be using the equipment, but getting some mithril gear at least buffs up my fortune a little bit. Gives me a little bit more mining speed too if I decide to manually mine a lot of this stuff. And now I still need to do this one last commission. We've been live for a little less than I usually would be live for. I think we pivot into Splash? And then that allows me to get God Pot for Cheetah Race. And I can also do minions and whatever other forging stuff that I need to do. And I can try my hand, I think, with God Splash Regen, I'll be able to do the campfire trial. That's my hope, at least. Alright. Picobulus. Do it this way. That way I can actually mine the titanium. Let me get the actual splashing thing open. We're not going to be able to splash in a hub unless they're magically available for some reason. So instead we're just going to splash in a dungeon hub, and we'll have to call it good there. We'll see how good Gemstone Gauntlet loot sharing is. If it's insanely good, then we have our method. And if not, I'm gonna suffer through Skatha grinding, which is gonna take a lot of hours, I imagine. I guess I could just apply the flow state to a block. Or to whatever pickaxe I'm using. What enchant level does it require? 24. Never mind. I won't be getting that on bingo. Alright. What do now? We're also guaranteed to get gemstone and hardstone collections unlocked. And if we just go through a lot of the missing farming collections and do a small bit of fishing, we'll easily hit the unique collections goal. I don't even feel the need to be too worried about that. There we go. Final commission completed. Let's see. Heart of Mountain wise, we are easily going to hit that within the next time we do Heart of the Mountain. There's nothing we really need for bingo purposes. Alright. Let's try finding a rat before we get our splash. See how that goes for us. If we can get some of that tasty cheese. Yeah, look at that. Rats are plentiful. And here I was concerned that I would not be able to find them. Rodent. Usually they go into like a pile outside of you. I don't know where the rodent will wander off to now. It's not in the building. It's not over here. Does it go over to like this place? What? We'll count that rat as missing, and we'll just go for the other ones. And then there's one below the dark auction here. The regular auction house. And then one over in this area. Sometimes they like to have a little picnic. Other times they go behind the house here. There we go. 8 every single time. Oh, and there's maybe the one that came from the hub community center over there. I don't know. If I can get cheese for all of my minions, that'd be pretty nice. I have 9 down right now. Let's say 10 minions, and I want to fuel them for 8 hours when I wake up. I mean, we're pretty close to getting that. And then I can run cheese overnight in the diamond minion. $70 so far. Below the auction house. Only 3. That's my lowest yield yet. Although I had a whole hub of rats that gave me 8 cheese per, so I feel pretty good about that. And yeah, there's like no competition for cheese right now. I was holding off on picking up cheese on my Iron Man because I thought that I would need there'd be a lot of competition. But there is nobody on Bingo really pushing for cheese, it seems like. Or I haven't overlapped with them too much. I'm trying to take a little picnic. And then there's the farm, and then the dark. Did you escape? Or did I already kill it? Either way, it's a lost rodent. Down in the little basement here. Yeah, rodent. And we'll call it there. So if I go to my island, I can now fuel up the diamond minion here with 16 cheeses worth. That should get me enough for diamond spreading. And then I'll save all of these remaining cheese for my minions when I wake up in the morning tomorrow. I can just fuel them throughout the day while I do raffle stuff. And that should get me quite a good yield on mutton. Alright, so the plan tonight. Get a God Splash, get Cheetah Talisman, do the experimentation table to level up the bingo pets. I don't think we need to push minions too much, actually. Because if I'm looking here, in my medium storage chests, I do not want to go foraging. I need enough for 2 more minion slots. Or I have enough room, potentially, for 2 more. We're already making good progress with the sheep. We'll also have cheese to fuel them tomorrow. I'm not going to do minions tonight. I want to focus on getting that Cheetah Talisman. I don't want to do garden, because then I'll have pests to wake up to, or whenever I do the next stream. And we'll try Campfire Cultist. Get a God Splash, Cheetah Talisman, Campfire Cultist. And then end stream. If there's any questions anyone wants to ask in the chat, any commentary that they want to provide, now is the time to do so. We are going to be wrapping up the stream shortly. Unless Cheetah Talisman takes an excessively long amount of time. It is splash time. Also, bestiary mouse stands. It keeps yapping at me to claim it. There we go. Free combat XP. I want to give a little bit more time for people to filter in. Alright. If you're too slow to get to the splash, sorry about that. I do not like that someone called For's kitten. I feel violated. Alright, warp. Park. I'm gonna try our hand at some funny sitting in campfire strategies while I still have the regen. We can definitely make it with absorption. Okay. So now we're gonna hub. We're gonna warp, park. And with our absorption and the regeneration of the God Splash, I hope that this is enough. We're just shy of it. Frick, dude. I don't know what to do. I could do dungeons for health potions. I could get someone to do a healing orb for me. I'm lost without my growth armor, honestly. I could reforge this real quick to get it off of damage into something healthy or like a Titanic. No, they're too low level. I can't expect them to have an orb. What am I to do? You get the Wand of Healing from Revenant Slayer. I may already have the recipe for it, I just would need to get the Rev Flesh. This easy predicament of sorts. Well, I have the financials. I can afford to do a little bit of adjusting. Every single armor piece goes to Titanic. I need to be quick because the regen only lasts for a short amount of time. We're looking for Titanic. With that, we get 100 more health. I really don't think that changes anything here. Who do I have on my friends list that can help? Anyone that I can think of? Nah. let's try round 2 with increased health due to Titanic. See if that changes anything. Okay, that's all I needed to do. Just get full Titanic. I figured that it was really close. But I do not have a good gauge on what my health looks like now. I'm not used to the difference in health. And flow state, since I'm not going to be able to do anything with it, I can just start chucking those out. Golden Axe, we need to get 1,000 spruce. Plus a minion. I'm doing this in my head. 8 stacks is 512. So 1,024 is 16 stacks. So I'm gonna need this amount for the upgrade. And then I'm gonna need to come back here and forage a little bit more to get minion collection. Because I do want to knock out everything foraging related while I still have this God Splash on. That way I'm not beholden again to another God Splash in the future. We get spruce wood really quick. I would like to thank the bingo pet for making that happen. I also think that the bingo pet has clouded my view on collections now. On my main I get them so fast, all the fortune that I have, but on Iron Man I feel like I'm far ahead of my bingo profile, but because of the looter perk on the bingo pet, gain 20% more collections. It feels like I get so much more here than I should be. And therefore Iron Man just, it feels so slow doing anything on the Iron Man. Farming, foraging, mining especially. Not that it feels much better on bingo, trying to get certain amounts of fortune on anything. But like the early game, when I was just starting out, everything was, it felt wrong. Alright, there we go. Now this can forever live in my accessory bag with all the other accessories I'm not going to use. Alright. So we want to upgrade the jungle minion at some point, and we got to go for the spruce minion and the birch minion hasn't been crafted yet. So I'm going to do this real quick. Backwards axe is crazy. And I can just fluff up some of the collection in hub with the lumber merchant, so I don't need to get a T4 fully right here. I do, however, need to get a full T4 from the jungle minion. And then birch as well. I haven't even touched the birch log collection yet. I'm gonna go a little further on the spruce here. I don't have any specific foraging goals, so there's no reason to push this excessively far, like enchanted versions of anything, but just getting a T4 of each foraging minion gets you quite a few minion slots, and it doesn't take too long if you've got a God Splash. I have done this so many times though, it all just kind of blends together. Alright, that should be well more than enough. Yep. That is very glitchy. I have no clue why I started mining that. We gotta go up to jungle and then back down to birch to finish things off. And I gotta reforge my armor again. Go for 7 and then 1 stack in the hotbar. With nobody competing for us here, it should go pretty quick. I can go for the log piles that make it easier. And this tree is also massive and great to go for. And just finish getting the stack. There we go. I blame the raffle for this. It's miserable crafting anything with all this server-side lag. So Spruce we're going to take care of in the hub, and then Birch Minion we need to get up to at least T3 as well. Park is so peaceful. It's because everyone just comes here to like fish. Most people aren't foraging. Usually you see a lot more people taking the wood. I wonder how many people are doing bingo this time around. Like, does the Century Raffle take a lot of people out of that? Go for that, and then 4 more stacks in the hub, and we should easily have enough. Because Century Raffle does require a significant amount of playtime that I know people would normally use in bingo this time of month. And there a lot of people, they don't have time to juggle both the Century Raffle and their bingo profile. So what are they doing? I'm curious. I think time management is an important skill in this game. And it's something that I kind of struggle with. Like, I'll do tasks that don't need to be done as complex as I do them. Like, I was contemplating grinding Skatha when I could do something like the Gemstone Gauntlet strat that was mentioned in chat earlier. And I end up spending maybe like 10 hours or more on a bingo profile. Some of it is like me doing manual stuff that I could have just left minions to do. But some of that is like genuine inefficiencies. And when you do every single bingo, those efficiencies, whether you get time saves or time losses, add up really quick over time. Alright, well that's a ton of minions crafted. Hopefully that's enough to the point where I don't have to touch foraging ever again. Now we're gonna go do some racing. Warp. It won't let me warp to Dungeon Hub. I gotta go there first. Warp Dungeon Hub. And we're gonna do some racing. Give me 1 second to get a drink of water though. I'll be back. Alright, dungeon racing. Let's see what we want to do here. From my understanding, I think it's like the precursor one, that requires like some genuine parkour. Yeah, precursor ruins. We're not going to do that. We're going to do crystal core. And we'll do the grappling hook variant. This gives us access to speed. I'm going to want to make that jump next time. Or if we hook ourselves mid-fall going around, that's really helpful. I don't know what the par time, like what they actually want me to go for is here. But that feels pretty good. 38, and I'm making it an 18. I can appreciate their system of making me run it in like 4 times in a row. I just feel like if you're able to do it in half the time of whatever the target, like fastest time that you want me to be at is, I should be able to just, I don't know. I shouldn't have to run this 4 times doing the same exact, like, decently good pace here. Oh, that hit the wall. Alright, give me the talisman, please. Do I want to try no pearls? No, I don't think that's a good strategy. We should do giant mushroom with grappling hook. We can try no pearls and see how it goes. I just think that it's going to expect me to have aspect of the end teleport spam, which I will not be having. Ooh. And this is a bit of a predicament. Grappling hook is not friendly towards climbing upwards like this. What the heck? I didn't even realize that I hadn't started it. Well, now that I know what to expect with the giant mushroom, I can prepare myself a little better. I want to keep some verticality here. Yeah, that's a shame. If I had landed on that mushroom, that would have been a significant time save. I saw a ledge. I've never routed the giant mushroom specifically for getting actual time saves there. But does this ledge lead? No, it leads not in the place where I thought it would. Because nothing comes out like already giving me some elevation. Oh, frickin' game freeze. Well, let's go. We love the memory leak. $50, even with the delays that I was having there. Easily beat 50 seconds. It's the pearls that I'll probably get dinged on in a space like that. Or the aspect of the end on the no pearls route. Oh, that took me backwards. Alright, one more. 36 seconds. I'll actually have to try this time. Yep, there we go. And now let's try no pearls crystal core. Let's see how that goes for me. I'm expecting this to not actually work out. Oop. Like, surely you can't take it down too much lower than what I'm already obtaining. But with an aspect of the end, they could justify some pretty fast times. Oop. Like, if I consistently hit sub 20s, I think I'm good. $30 seconds. And then if the last one's 25, we got it easy. If it's 20, I think we still got it. And if it's anything lower than like 18, I'll probably struggle. Even that wasn't perfect, but that was pretty much a 20. So what do you want? For the final race, 20 seconds. Lock in. There we go. Wasn't my best work, but we got the cheetah talisman. Into the accessory bag you go. And with that, our bingo card, it looks a little bit more filled out than it did before. I'm proud of this. Alright, we got combat. That is going to be possibly Void Gloom carries, but we can definitely cycle through end stuff. And I can try to keep myself with combat skill XP boosts uptime. That'll help out a lot. Mutton collection, we're going to be working on that overnight. We have a lot more minions. We've essentially doubled our minion output. So hopefully that results in 30,000. Maybe 25,000 by the stream, because we'll have cheeses running as well. Diamond spreading should be done, and I can be ready to craft that for the stream. Gemstone, we're going to need a carry. Melons, that's going to be like a dedicated farming section. Mithril powder, still need about 20,000 more. That's just attending a few active events. I gotta keep my eye on that. And then collections will be fine. I do want to check one last thing, though. Because if we are going for that warp mines, when is the next event at? Very soon. If it's an active event, yep, we'll stick around. We'll do the Goblin Raid. This is one of my hunches, and it turned out perfect lobby, perfect hunch. Collection-wise, probably do a bunch of the farming stuff tomorrow. At least one of those is a murder lover, so I'm gonna take my leave. That can be somebody else's problem. Ooh. I think the murder lover is following me because it really loves the murder, I guess. No thanks, please leave me be. I don't believe that this is a lobby where people are really wanting to do the Goblin Raid too much. Well, on the bright side, that means that I have more goblins to myself. On the downside, that means we are probably not getting that bonus. I also don't like how knife throwers don't count for goblins in the Goblin Raid, but every other goblin does. It's a little annoying. Like that knife thrower that I just killed, number didn't go up at all, but the fire stinger, that's not even from event spawned, that'll count. Just whitelist whatever the knife thrower name is. Make that part of the things that can count. There we go. Assist on Super Protect Run. I want to leave them for other people because that's a significant source of goblin kills. And I want to make sure that, like that over there, a low health one, I want to kill that. I do not have health. Sometimes the Super Protect Run can spawn up in the little rafters area there. I'm just trying to cover all the bases. I gain powder based off of total goblins killed, so that is my main focus, or what it needs to be right now. It's just more goblins killed, less knife throwers. Nice stream snipe! Good work. My stream has been sniped. Much more pleasant than the previous stream snipe that I went through. Ow. The murder lovers, they're busy loving the murder and they do not let me get my Super Protect Rod. Sad times. Yeah, we're definitely not hitting the goal there. I'll leave those both for you. I trust that you'll take care of both of them. Yep, there we go. 141 total kills. 1 minute remains. This is a good use of my time. With such little time left, I can't leave these guys for anybody else. I need to kill them. And they give such good... Oh, I want to... Good. And if you come down here to this one... Nope, I'll just kill it. Not getting that in the next 2 seconds. 8,000 powder, that's alright. That's a decent chunk of the way there. It is a shame that we did not get the bonus, or that total amount there. Gold Goblin? No. Alright, well, with that, only 12k mithril powder remains. I can lower the number even further. Watch me go. I forgot all about the puzzler and fetcher quests. That helps even more with the powder. Not that you really need them with the events around, but I may be able to get it within a single raffle event this next time if I prep ahead of time enough. Solver's OP, and then straight ahead, if Fetcher wants something that's reasonable for me to pick up, he gets his item. If it's unreasonable, sucks to suck. Expensive minerals. Well, you got it. They may be expensive for you, but they are clogging my inventory for me. And now even less powder is needed. Alright. So, as I was saying, Combat 20, we're going to get that tomorrow either off of a Void Gloom carry, or I could just do the Enderman myself, duff up and grind them. Mutton, we're going to be fueling cheese over the offline portion of the stream. We're going to see how well my upgraded minion setup is going to work out. Diamond spreading should be ready by next stream. Melon collection, we don't want to start that right now because we want to try to do it as close to doing it all in one sitting as possible. Otherwise we get 8 freaking pests that we gotta harvest, and I don't want to deal with that. Although technically some of those pests could be melons, I still don't care. Gemstone collection, I was told that we could do the Gemstone Gauntlet strategy, and Kirst has offered to try to help with that if we do it at a reasonable hour. So I'll look into if the strategy is viable and how effective it will be. Team Treasurette members, we just need a little bit more Heart of the Mountain push. We'll easily get access to do that tomorrow. We'll get this fill chum buckets while completing fishing collection goals. Mithril powder, we just need to attend one more event, pretty much. And collections, we're going to be doing mainly fishing collections. If I were to ramble off like 13 of them that we could easily do, all 9 of these, and then some of the fishing collections, and then if need be we also have hardstone and gemstone and gravel and a lot of these other ones we can pick up. It's not a hard time getting those collection goals at all. Well, with that, let's do experimentation table, and we can call it there. Am I lucky? That's all different types of items. But we can only go up from here. There we go. We missed out on the 17k, but that's alright. We got a bunch of other enchanting things, and there we go. Bingo pet level up. It's worth it. So, 8 sheep minions, 1 diamond, and we are 14 more away from the 10th minion slot. If it turns out that we need more minions, I've got 2 more slots that I could push to unlock, but I really just want to call it a night. Thank you all for showing up on the stream. If you want to be notified of future streams, there's a Discord link down in the description below. If you are a watcher, watching in real time, I appreciate you, whether you've chatted or otherwise. If you are a lurker and you want to come back in the future, you are always appreciated here. I hope that it's nice background noise for you. For the VOD watchers, thank you for tuning in after the stream. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below or join the Discord. I'll try to reply to whatever messages you send. Thank you, and have a good Century Raffle. Hope you win something. Bye-bye!